Tremaine here, back at you with another cooking video. On today's video, we are going to be making some delicious stuffed pasta. I'm going to be using a special pasta today to make this very delicious meal. And we're also going to serve that with some garlic bread. Not just some any garlic bread, some homemade garlic bread. Well, kind of homemade garlic bread. And then also we're going to throw a salad on alongside to go with our pasta. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start on our ground beef. And now we're going to get all the fat out of this meat. Only a little fat in there, but we're going to go ahead and cook it. And then what I like to do is drain it. Get some of the excess grease off of there. Okay. So I'm going to cut this in half. So we're only going to use half of this meat. Cook with. Wait for our pan to get hot. Some little oil in there. Beef, I'm going to use some espresso seasoning. And also I'm going to use some French fry seasoning. And let's see. And some lemon pepper. Put our meat in there. All right. It's almost done. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the water on for the pasta. All right. When everything is coming together. Ended up draining some of the fat off the beef. And now we're going to go ahead and get our pasta on. And then the pasta that we're using today is a artisan pasta, and it's called Luca Coney, something like that. Pasta di Samola di Grano Duro. Whatever that is. But yeah, we're going to use these to make stuffed pasta. So these are a little different from pasta shells, where you would use the stuffed pasta shells. Okay. Chopped up half an onion. Go ahead and saute these onions real quick. Salt, pepper. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and mix everything together. We got our ground beef that we cooked. And we got our ricotta cheese. Now, I normally get the ricotta cheese that has all the fat in there. I'll be honest, I don't like that skim ricotta cheese stuff. I like it with all the fat in there. All right, so we're gonna add this whole thing of ricotta cheese here. Whole container. Okay. Sure I get it all out of there. All right, next we've got cheese. We're gonna add about, I want to say about a handful of cheese, about a cup to maybe a cup and a half. We'll save some to throw on top. Onions here, we're going to let those cool for a little while before we add those in there. I'm going to add some of my famous garlic oil. Okay. I'm going to add just a little salt. And some lemon pepper. Mix that in there. And always make sure your meat is cool before you put it in your ricotta. That way it won't melt the ricotta. So beef is nice and cool. If it's a little warm, that's okay. But want to make sure it's nice and cool and not piping hot. Make sure you drain all the grease off of there, because any excess grease that get in there to make it all oily and slimy. Ugh. All right, so we're gonna mix this in here, just like that. Wow, look at that. I think we have enough to cover. Perfect. Just enough. All right, and it's not too hot, not too, to the point to where it's gonna ruin the cheese, because we're gonna put this inside our pasta as it cooks. So you're also going to need some red sauce as well, because we're gonna put red sauce over the pasta. We're not gonna put it in the ricotta, we're gonna put it over the pasta. So you're gonna need some red sauce as well. And then this is gonna go in the oven and we're gonna let it bake. All right, so now that our onions are nice and cool, we're gonna go ahead and put those in there. And it's okay if they're a little warm, but it's not gonna hurt it. And our water is on the stove, getting ready. All right. Now we're gonna, while we're waiting for the water, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our garlic bread. All right, so I have some fresh ciabatta bread here. I got this from my local bakery. And we're gonna take this bread and we're gonna cut it open. You can take half of it if we're not going to cook the whole thing. What I'm going to do is cut half of it since I'm not going to cook the whole thing. And then I'll save the rest for a later time. Set that there for now. So now what you're going to do is take a knife, take a serrated knife, and then you're going to cut right in the middle of your garlic bread. Cut right in the middle. Being careful not to cut yourself. All right. So now, yes, this right here. And I'm just going to pour some of this right on top. Just like that. Oh, yes. Oh, man. And let that get all down in the bread, just like that. You can make your own garlic bread at home. That way you don't have to go in the store and get the frozen garlic bread. I'll just use the rest of it there. Just like that. Let that garlic that's been sitting a while get all up in there. And you're talking about some really good garlic bread. All right. So now we're gonna let this bake in the oven. If I say about 10 minutes until it's golden brown and delicious. Okay. Now, when you cook the pasta, you don't want to overcook it because it's going to cook more in the oven. So we're going to go ahead and turn the stove off and go ahead and drain. And we're going to let this pasta cool before we stuff it. Drain our pasta. And we're going to let it cool before we stuff it. That way we won't get burned. And there's our delicious garlic bread. Okay, the pasta is cool. So now we're gonna take our garlic bread, go ahead and chop it up. But I can't help but to try a piece. All right, let's try a piece of this garlic bread. Chop it into strips. Go ahead and test a sample and see how it tastes. Good. This is really delicious. It tastes way better than the frozen garlic bread you get at the store. Oh yeah. Much better. Mmm. Okay, I have my pan here. I'm gonna get some cooking spray. Spray my pan. And we're also gonna need pasta sauce. So I got some marinara. And I got some traditional classic tomato. Let's see if I have one open already. Oh, perfect. I'll use this first. Okay, so now we got our stuffed pasta shells. So remember I told you don't want to cook them for too long because they're going to finish in the oven. So we're going to put some sauce on the bottom of the pan. Okay. Just like that. And we're going to take our stuffed shell and we're going to take our stuffing and we're going to stuff them just like this. Just like that. Okay, you only need a little to stuff them in there, just like that. And you're going to place these down in your pan, just like that. Do another one. I tell you, I love stuffed pasta. I love pasta in general. It's one of my favorite foods. But this Sunday I'm doing this stuffed pasta. Oops. Yeah, that's right. Let me grab my spoon. And you just stuff it down in there. Just like that. And that garlic bread sure was delicious. Man, there's nothing wrong with homemade garlic bread. Alright, so I'm going to finish stuffing these. And I'm going to put them in the oven at 385 and let them bake. For about, I want to say about 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. All right, I got them all stuffed. Take a whole jar of pasta sauce right over them like that. Now these are ready to go in the oven. Sprinkle a lot of cheese on them. Oh yes, lots of cheese. Right on the top. And now, let's go ahead and put them in the oven. All right, our stuffed noodles are done. So let's go ahead and take them on out. at those. We are all finished. Alright, it is salad time. So I'm going to make a little small salad to go alongside our stuffed shells. So I got some salad mix here. Italian blend here is thoroughly washed and ready to use. So that'll save me time from washing it. Just put a little bit in my bowl. Little onions on there. Take some zest of a lemon. And always make sure you wash your lemons really good. Before you use them. Take lemon zest, just a little bit. And just a little lemon juice. Knife. And just put just a little bit of lemon juice on there. And there you have it, a simple salad to go alongside your fresh pasta. So now it's time for the best part, time to eat. All right, dinner is served. And cut that up. Give this a nice little, try. No, it's still piping hot. This is really good. Very delicious. Everything is delicious. Well, I encourage you to make this dish at home and get back with me, send me a message and let me know how it tastes. And look out for the next video. Thanks for watching.